Yeah, so this doorbell here is, like I said, all of our cottages are mixed with deaf, blind, and deaf-blind living in all the cottages. The cottage that we're currently in is Northington, and it actually had the largest population of deaf individuals because we want to make sure people live in a place where they feel like they're with friends. But that particular image that we're looking at, the doorbell, is an accessible doorbell. Once you push it, it not only rings, but it also has a flashing light, and it flashes throughout the whole house. So if someone who is deaf, they may not hear the doorbell, but they could actually see the flashing light and say, "Oh, okay, somebody's at the door." So that's a feature that we added here to our different cottages.
Yeah, so that's in pretty much all the cottages.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And right now you're looking at Gabby Cottage is one of our larger cottages and more newer cottages. So that's where you've got you'll have a single bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
You have a single bedroom and a bath.
Yeah.
And then obviously those with single bedroom, there's a shared bathroom, and then you got the kitchen, you got the kind of formal room to come in, and then a place for dining room, TV, one big shared area.
It reminds me of like a fraternity or sorority a little bit, where you have that community living, you have your own quarters, like your own bedroom, sometimes your own bathroom, but there is that community space where you can get the vibe, with your housemates.
Absolutely.
I miss that sometimes. I lived in the wrestling house. I miss that. We play a little bit of foosball in there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys have any billiards or anything like that?
We do have an activity room, and we've got foosball, and then we've got some exercise bikes, and we've also have some outdoor activities. We have basketball, and it's crazy that you would think, oh, blind people play basketball? That was one of the asks is like, hey, can we get a basketball court? So we have a court outside and some different activities to keep our folks engaged.
Yeah, well, being physically active is so important, I think, to a long life. And, having that competition in team sports and kind of bumping off each other. Okay, let's go back to the video, because I wouldn't have thought of that. Like if I'm designing a house, I wouldn't have thought about putting those lights in there. That's why it's so important working with AIDB. Okay, so we've got the doorbell there. And this is Gabby Carter, as you mentioned.
Gabby Cottage.
Gabby Cottage, I apologize. Yeah, go ahead. Talk about
So this, one thing that we want to talk about is that all throughout Union Village, we have Braille. If you've ever gone into a hotel room or anywhere else in the public, you'll see these little dots, and that is Braille. And so we have, I don't know if you can really tell, but if you look towards the bottom of it, you'll see it's raised dots at the bottom of that sign. This is the laundry room, but not only is it raised dots, which is Braille, but those signs are also tactile. I believe that's our tactile sign that you can actually feel the words on it. I believe that is.
So it's like the letters themselves are raised?
Yes, the letters are raised, and then there's Braille. And I'm trying to look and squint, but I believe that is the one with raised letters. And okay, it is. It's got raised letters and the Braille on it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So that's really important. I imagine once you kind of orient yourself with the house after a few weeks, you kind of know how many feet down to the left the laundry room will be, but getting oriented, you need to be able to read those signs.
Yeah.
And here we have, which is the kitchen area of the Gabby Cottage. Once again, very open. It looks really new. It looks like you guys just redid that place.
Actually, we did. A couple of years ago, we did a big renovation of Gabby. And so that's beautiful kitchen. That's obviously shared space, and they can cook on their own or come together and cook a dinner together.
What do you notice that they usually do? Is it usually community cooking or more individual?
I would say Gabby Cottage is probably our most involved cottage. We have a couple of folks who love to cook, and so they do have a lot of community style meals. Like Barbara said, a lot of them will go to Walmart and go shopping. They'll have spaghetti tonight, and then one guy's like, oh, well, hey, I'll cook spaghetti tonight, or I'll barbecue, or I'll cook a Sunday dinner with collard greens and black-eyed peas and baked chicken. So community meals is definitely a big piece of the Gabby Cottage.
That sounds like a place I want to be.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the big, this